Ready?
Yep.
Hello, and welcome to Mr. J Rock Talk. What are we going to do today?
Today we are going to be talking about underrated bands that we believe should be a lot more populated than they are, and we're going to be
Populated.
Oh, I need more guys in the band, I guess.
Popular?
More popular. Sorry.
Populated?
Oh, okay.
Popular, more
I think we
popular.
need more guys in the band.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty much we're going to be talking about bands we think should have a lot more praise than what they get.
Why?
I like it. And I like that shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's probably the coolest shirt I have.
I bought it.
I bought it.
I was with you that day and I bought it.
No, I bought this. You gave me a different one.
Oh.
Oh, you got two Slipknots?
I got 4.
You got, of course. Wow.
You gotta prepare, man.
Yeah, I don't have enough rock shirts. Sorry. I'm all Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings.
Why?
I don't know.
No, just kidding.
Okay. So are we ready for you guys got your list?
Yeah.
I do.
I spent way too long on this because I went down the rabbit hole of listening to a lot of music.
I do that every day.
Yeah, I should do more of it. It was actually pretty fun. I'm gonna go. I'm not going in order. I'm just gonna throw them out there.
Oh, me neither.
But I will go in the order in which I kind of came up with them.
Okay.
Okay. So my first one I came up with was a Canadian Bif Naked, female artist. And if you don't know her, you should look her up and listen to some of her music. I would recommend listening to "I Love Myself Today," which is almost like
Do you love yourself today?
not like yesterday. It's I feel like she's like No Doubt. I think we kind of agreed on that one, kind of a No Doubt-ish. Or you had mentioned it. Alanis Morissette-ish, kind of.
I'd say she's more like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of a combination. I Love Myself Today, Spaceman. I love Spaceman. Spaceman, oh Spaceman. I love that story, guys.
It's okay. It's okay.
And then
now we know.
Lucky is like a really slow song. We are the lucky ones. It's really slow, really good song. And she actually, a cover she does, which you guys, I don't know if you heard, you should check it out. Nothing Else Matters.
Who does that song?
Some metallic band. Some band.
Metallic?
Metallic
Man, that's it.
Yeah, something like that.
Metallic?
Yeah, I don't know.
Something like
I
that.
didn't have time to research that.
I don't know. All I know is that the original.
So yeah, she doesn't have a lot of music out there, but she's a rock star. And
Yeah.
you should check her out. So that's mine.
Okay. My band that I chose is a band called Clutch, and that's a band that I guess they're like half brother, your best friend, whatever. He lives here all the time, and me and him, we share a lot of the same interests in our type of weird music. It almost sounds like a stoner band.
Oh, big time.
But my goodness, it's cool. It has like blues kind of riffs in it. It has lyrics that make no sense, but you can only enjoy it. And I think they should be as big as Tool or something like that.
They kind of make blues into like a metal, like a metal blues. It's interesting.
Yeah, their 1995 album called Clutch is one of my favorite of all times.
Did they have a lot out, or are they kind of not a lot?
They got a lot of albums.
Do they?
I'd say they probably have like.
So there must have been enough to
more.
keep them going, eh? Enough.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just toured a lot.
They still tour today.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of them. Would I, like, if I heard a certain song, would be like, oh.
No, you wouldn't have heard them, I don't think. But
Hmm.
yeah, that's one of my favorite bands that aren't that huge. But my goodness, it's fun to try to do those songs on bass and guitar and stuff.
Okay, for my first band, it's a band called Hurt. I'd say it's kind of like best way to describe how heavy it is. It's metal. It's pretty much like Metallica's Black Album. That's about as heavy as it is. The singer even sounds a bit like him. Yeah, I think it's absolutely great. Another thing cool about it is that like as new as they are, they sound like they're from the '90s. And I actually had a really hard time like finding different songs by them because they're not that big at all. Like I'm surprised I had a hard time finding them on YouTube, on Apple, but I think they deserve so much more than what they get. I think they're absolutely great. So yeah, that's my first one so far.
Second one, I'm going to go with the Presidents of the United States of America. They have a very consistent sound. So, I mean, if you've heard them, they're from the mid '90s, something like that. If you like one, you're probably going to like them all because they didn't veer too far from the way they sounded on the radio. Notable songs I wrote down here: Peaches, which a lot of people probably know, Dune Buggy, which is a pretty funny song, Clean Machine, and 5,500 Miles. Those are.
I know that one too.
That's a really good song too. So they don't have a lot out. They didn't last too long. I know they did like a remake for the George of the Jungle movie when Brendan Fraser played George of the Jungle.
Yeah.
I think they did like the intro to that, which was pretty cool. Pretty crazy. I don't know I don't know if they were on drugs at the time. Their music sounds like they were on drugs, and it sounds awesome.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, so that would be that's the second band I kind of dug up. Sorry, Copper.
Copper like that noise. He likes weird noises.
What you got, Ryan?
Silverchair. Mainly known for their stuff that they did on the Frog Stomp album in 1995, like the song Tomorrow. I have every single one of their albums, and to me, they should be as big as any other grunge band out there. These guys have some of the coolest and heaviest riffs, like Slave and Freak and Anthem for the year 2000. These guys they were young guys when they did it. They're only about teenagers to the point where they're in their early 20s, and then they got broken up or something. They quit the band. But with the albums they came out with, especially Neon Ballroom, which is my favorite album, one of my favorite albums of all time. But yeah, I think they need more love their way, and they're just awesome.
I don't know a lot from them. I'll have to look them up.
My next band that's never been big at all really is a band called Cold. It's a 2000s band. The best thing I could kind of compare it to is Shinedown. So it's kind of like a indie rock, I guess. Very deep lyrics, which I always appreciate lyrics to a song that are really deep, because it shows that they care and they put their heart into the music. Their music sounds, just a lot like Shinedown, but it has its differences here and there. It's really good. They came out with an album not too long ago, and I definitely recommend them if you're into the 2000s rock. So yeah, that's it.
My third one, I have Soul Asylum. You guys know?
I know that one. Yeah.
I jotted down Runaway Train, which was a pretty big hit.
Yeah.
I think you still hear it on like rocks and stuff.
It's on my shuffle. Like
Is it? Yeah.
I listened to that one.
It sounds like Tom Petty-ish. Like it's just, I don't know. Like they're really good. Misery, another good song. That's the Frustrated Incorporated. That song. And then the song that I first remember hearing and saying, I gotta look up who this band is, because that song is epic, was a song called Just Like Anyone. I don't know if you know that one. But it starts out with like somebody going to the bathroom or something, going outside to a porcelain. I don't know. It's like a pretty funny song, but just like anyone. But it's a good song. So I would say check out those guys. I think they're underrated and they got some good tunes.
Do you have next one?
Isn't it your turn?
I like to change things.
Is it my turn?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, okay. Next one I got is a band called Garbage, and
I feel laughing at Garbage is awesome.
I love Garbage.
I just love the name.
And when you listen to it, you'll know it's garbage. Because let's just say it, Garbage is pretty good.
That's such a good name. I like them
But
already.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't hate them anymore. You're like Garbage. Well, expectations are now low.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
can't get lower than that. It like they have such a distinctive sound. It's garbage. You'll know it's garbage when you listen to it. And pretty much they're known for their songs like Queer and stuff like that. And I just think they're just a fun, funky band to listen to. And one of my favorite bands that has a female vocalist. And I enjoy a lot of their hits. And I'm trying to listen to even the more recent stuff.
Oh, they're still going.
I don't know, but I try to look up anything I can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Garbage.
I like Recycling.
Not a band.
Yet.
My next band is a Canadian band that goes by the name The Trews. Would you happen to know that one?
I know a few Trews songs. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that's the best way I could describe them is. The way I'm going to describe them won't really make sense, but it makes sense to me. They sound kind of 70s, but with a modern sound. That's kind of how I see them. They have a couple.
Like Foo Fighters?
I would say that's a true statement because they're like a lot of guitar strumming comes through with them. Like
Yeah, a lot of
acoustic
guitar
and stuff.
strumming. They don't. Yeah, it's just different,
Mhm.
and I like it a lot.
It's probably the mellowest song I've ever or band I've ever heard you say that you like. To be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can go mellow. It's possible, but yeah, I'd say it's probably one of the best Canadian bands.
And still going. Like
Yeah, they're going.
I keep seeing my Facebook feed where they're doing live shows and doing this and that. So.
Yeah, I know people who've seen them so many times.
Mhm.
The drumming in the band, I really like that. It's really cool. The bassist, I really like the bassist. Like the starting of the song "Tired of Waiting," where it starts to go like boom, 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 boom.
Mhm.
It sounds pretty cool.
I always try to play that song when my wife is we're ready to go out. You know, I'm ready in like 5 minutes, so I'll be waiting by the door, and she'll be like another half hour. Sorry, Kelly. And so I'll pick up the acoustic guitar in the living room, and I'll try to start playing that song. Like, I'm so tired of waiting, and then she'll be like, Mike, shut up.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my favorite song.
Yeah,
Tired of Waiting.
it's a great one. Yeah, that's definitely one of the best ones. I like how they don't try to be anyone else. They
Mhm.
just stick with their own mellow, like, rock sound. It's like 70s rock is the best way to describe it. It's just nice and mellow and relaxing. So, yeah, that's up there. What do you got?
Number 4 on my list, and it's not really something I normally listen to, but I listen to a bunch of it. I'm like, okay, oh, wait, you just went soft. You're more of the heavy guy, and I'm more of the
Yeah.
softer guy. But I'm gonna go with Deftones.
Really?
Deftones, seriously?
I feel like they don't get enough love. Yeah.
I was not expecting. I didn't think you would know that band.
Well, I was kind of going through them, and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they're well known and just not to me. But I just for the songs that they have, I'm surprised that they're not bigger. You'd think some of those songs would translate well to the radio.
Yeah, that's a great band. I really like them.
I wrote down Tempest and Swerve City
Okay.
as 2 songs that I like. Okay, this is awesome. So yeah, heavy, but I thought they sounded really good. I think their lyrics are really awesome.
Yeah, I think they're a pretty good band. The singer, I like how he doesn't have like a solid metal voice. He kind of has his own thing where it's like it's not screaming. It's just kind of like he has a lot of range. It's kind of like 80s almost, like hair metal kind of voice. I really like it. He's really going on that though.
Yeah, I just hope he doesn't play through the wire. It's
Yeah, right.
close to the bone. It's gonna like
Move that wire.
National Lampoon's Christmas where the cat goes.
No, that's not gonna happen now.
Not to Copper. We love him too much.
All right, so Deftones and you're on the clock.
What do you have to surprise us?
A band called the Melvins.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
I think I've heard of them. Maybe.
They're one of them Seattle almost. They're like a mix of grunge and metal.
Yeah, progressive metal.
No,
is where-
not progressive metal.
To me, that's kind of how I put them.
But yeah, their biggest album I think is one called Houdini, which was released in 1993, and they're kind of like Clutch, where it almost sounds like stoner metal, and I just love listening to that kind of stuff because it's weird, and I like weird. Whereas something like Garbage is
And are they older or kind of more?
they're about as old as the late 80s, I'd say, is when they
so
started.
Okay. Do you know if they're still around?
Yep.
They are.
I think they are. I think
That's
they
awesome.
released something not too long ago.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I've only really listened to their stuff from the 80s and 90s. But yeah, I think they deserve more love than what they got because they inspired people like Nirvana. Like Kurt Cobain was actually friends with these guys
Oh yeah.
because they grew up in the same town, and yeah, it's cool how bands like that can inspire some of the bigger ones like Nirvana. And yeah, that's my list.
I'm gonna go for my last one here. I got Brother Kane. It's a 90s band. They didn't get very big, but
I feel like I heard. Do you know what their big song was? Because I think I've heard of them.
there's one called like Last Time, I think. I put my songs on shuffle so I can't remember the names.
I have that problem too.
Yeah, but The Last Time was a good one. I have like 2 albums by them. I can't name any.
No, that's fine. I'm pretty sure they had at least a hit that made it to popular radio.
Yeah, they didn't get that big, but they had so many good songs. But yeah, I'd say they had kind of like a grungy sound to them. I really liked them, but I think it's pretty cool that me and you both had something we were surprised about. I had the Trews and you had Deftones.
Yeah, this band. Do you know if they're still touring and stuff?
I have no idea, but yeah, I know people that went to see the Trews and I love them to death. They're awesome.
Yeah, the Trews would be a good concert.
Yeah.
My last one I have on here. It's probably maybe the biggest band we've all said. Buckcherry.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they
Oh,
were
I
pretty big.
thought you started out with an F for a second.
No, it's with a B.
Yeah.
Buckcherry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buck, like Uncle Buck. Buck.
Yeah.
Yeah. They I wrote down Everything. Do you know Everything?
I know everything.
You know Everything? The song called Crazy Bitch.
Everyone knows that song about Crazy Bitch.
Crazy Bitch is a good one.
Crazy Bitch.
Yeah.
Especially live. Yeah.
I showed him the live version a couple of minutes ago, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little crazy. And Lit Up is my favorite. I'm all lit up again.
And they have that song called Sorry.
It's a nice slow
That's a
song to
good
show that he's
That's a good
got
one.
some range to him, and when he's sorry, he's sorry. He admits it. He sings
Yep.
about it.
Yeah. He's pretty sincere.
Yeah, I love it because he just sounds like he means every word. Like when you hear the guy sing, you know, he's very intense. And I'm a little surprised that he's still alive.
He's kind of like modern day Scott Weiland, the way we kind of say it.
Yeah, like good for him for still kicking around.
Yep.
Yeah. Because
we
he
can
just
say the
seems like
same
he's
about
got a
Ozzy,
crazy
though,
life.
too.
But yeah, so that's I do have a bonus one if you want to hear it.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear
My
bonus.
bonus one.
I got one bonus. But
Do you?
Yeah, me
I don't
too.
know if I feel like I don't know if it's I don't know if I call them underrated. I call them underrated, but I'm not even certain how big they got.
Okay.
You go first.
Mine's Cake.
Cake, yeah, that's like, I love them. They're so catchy. The singer, I want a girl with a long
short skirt,
and a long jacket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have that one listed. One of my favorites. I had the album, so I listened to it quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it's so quirky. Like Stick Shifts and Safety Belt song. I love that song. It's so stupid. I love it.
All their songs are so dumb, but they're so catchy.
The one that got the most airplay, I think, was The Distance.
Yep. She's going the distance. Yep.
She's going for speed. She's all alone. So that's mine. What do you guys got?
I got my last one, like the one I wasn't certain about. I Mother Earth.
Canadian.
Yeah, they are Canadian.
I think that's why they would make a good list if there's a lot of non-Canadians watching.
Yep.
Yeah, because a lot of Canadian bands don't make it over there.
Yeah.
And some of them should, some of them shouldn't. I understand why Rush probably didn't get as big over there. I understand why what's the Hip? Why the Hip didn't get big over there? But a band like that,
I completely understand why the Hip didn't get.
I know, good for the U.S. Sometimes the U.S. they're like, no, you keep those guys. But yeah, in this case, I think you're right. That's an underrated band.
Yeah. Isn't Our Lady Peace Canadian?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's another band I really like. Would you say they're underrated?
Our Lady Peace in Canada, no. In the U.S., I don't know.
Okay. Because I knew they were big in Canada. I didn't know about anywhere else in the world, but I absolutely love, like...
Again, I don't know why Canadian lead singers have such weird voices. Right? Like
that's true. I never thought of that.
And even this guy, Rain Ramada or whatever this guy lead singer's name is, but his voice, I mean, it's better than theirs, but it's still like, yeah. Like,
yeah.
It
sounds almost like Billy Corgan, eh?
A little bit, yeah. But yeah, I agree. Probably in a lot of different parts of the world.
Yeah, just a Canadian band. They'll be.
And they're still around. I think they're doing a tour this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. I really like them. That was like the album I listened to the most 2 years ago. I probably listened to that album more than any
the first
other
one
album.
was Superman and all that?
Yeah, that one. I think what was that like?
Was that Clumsy? 4 a.m. and all that?
Yeah, it had those songs. I just forget what it's called. Was it?
I think it was Clumsy.
Wasn't it called like?
Does it have a picture of like the Jack in the Box or something?
Yeah. Now I gotta look.
You look. I think it's Clumsy. I think you're right, Ryan. But we'll pause. We'll pause the whole podcast.
No,
so Josh,
a decade. That's what it's called. A decade.
That's their greatest.
That's
Josh.
Josh. That's okay because since you weren't even near being boring yet, we'll give you a pass on that, Josh. But that's why you like the album so much.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense if you put it that way.
Can you just rattle off the songs on that album since you got it up there?
Yeah, Starseed, The Birdman, Navid,
Superman. Starseed is my favorite.
Oh,
in case like when I'm getting pumped up, Starseed.
Yeah, but I like the song Life. I
like 4 a.m. and Clumsy.
Thief is a good one. Is Anybody at Home is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Superman's Dead, Clumsy, 4 a.m., One Man Army, Is Anyone Home? Anybody Home, sorry. Thief and Repair, Life, Somewhere Out There, that was a good one.
Yeah,
that's probably their biggest one, I think.
Superman. Dead was, I think, their biggest.
Yeah. Innocent got pretty big, too.
Yeah.
Angels Losing Sleep, Will the Future Blame Us? I like that one. Kiss on the Mouth and Better Than You.
On the Mouth.
Yeah, 18.
Potato Girl didn't make the list.
18 on that one.
Well, okay, Ryan, finish it off. Save the best for last? What you got?
This is one of his bands, but Grey Daze. I think that's Chester Bennington's greatest work.
I thought of that one, but I thought because they came out with one album.
No, it's just their first album. I think that first album was probably the best album he's ever.
So they have one album, and then they just didn't make it.
No, actually, they had 2 albums.
They had a couple.
They had 2, and then some of the stuff they kind of made a couple singles that they didn't really put in a certain album. They just kind of threw them out there a little bit. But yeah, it was absolutely amazing. It was a grunge sounding band, and yeah, I didn't say them because I thought because they had one album, I think there could be better ones.
It's still a band.
Yeah, it's still a band, and
Yeah.
and if they would have got more attention, then maybe they would have put out more stuff, and the rest.
Yeah, if I knew it'd be okay to put a band that only had like one solid album out.
Now we're gonna have a follow up. If you'd like to hear what Josh's one band list would look like, leave a comment, please.
No, we're good. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I keep meaning to listen to Grey Days because you guys talk about it a lot.
Oh, it's great.
And I guess my days are all sunny days, so it's not great enough.
Yeah, you probably like Grey Days.
So anyway, I think that's it. We wrapped it up. Like, share, comment.
Comment on
subscribe.
what you want us to do. We'll do challenges. We'll do whatever.
Yeah, maybe in the summer we'll get outside and do some of this outside.
Yeah.
But I will say right now, I think it's freezing outside. There's no heat on in this room. And I'm getting a little cold. I can only imagine how cold you are.
Yeah.
So we gotta get the heat on. So we will talk to you guys all later. Out.
See ya.
So
I love
sad.
you.
What?
You had nothing.
I already know.
Taco Bell. Yeah, we gotta look up the
fry.
You gotta look at the Taco Bell menu. All right, well done, boys.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, look, this guy recorded the end this time. It did.